Welcome back, you guys, to the Butterfly Season podcast. We are on the HVO High Vibes Only series, which, if you're just listening for the first time, is really a holistic approach to living a more positive life, not in a delusional way where you're just like, yeah, everything works out for me and shit's burning to the ground, but really like a tangible, proactive approach on you actually creating your energy and not allowing like your reality to create your energy. And so today I want to talk to you guys about energy detox. And this is a much different concept than you probably are thinking of or heard of. But really, energy detox is, in my opinion, any activity that releases endorphins. And the reason why I say that is because endorphins like detoxify the negative energy because they promote a positive mood and it reduces stress. So like it's just a counteracting activity. And so now when I engage in endorphin boosting activities, I'm like, oh, I'm doing an energy detox. It's the same way like a juicing cleanse or like, I don't know, like my fitness people that are listening, like a protein shake cleanse or something like that, a juice cleanse, like whatever you want to call it. Think of that like this. So an energy detox is engaging in an endorphin releasing activity to counteract any negative emotions that you have. So you might have not been feeling great one day, worked out and felt better, right? Or not been feeling great one day and went out in the sun and felt better. I know that like when I'm sick, I literally crave just for the sun to hit my face. And I know like scientifically all of that, the maths, right? It makes sense. And so because these endorphin related activities are stress relievers, it helps your mind relax, which diminishes the impact of negative emotions. And so I'm going to go over 4 to 5 endorphin related activities that I'm just going to call my energy detox activities that you guys can use when you're not feeling high vibes only. It's something that you can do to kind of get you there. The first one is sunlight. And what's so crazy is sunlight exposure is like vitamin D, right? And it just like the vitamin D releases serotonin in the brain, which is like the feel good hormone. And I did not realize how powerful it was until this is kind of a funny story. So for the last like 2 or 3 years, my husband and I have been doing like full panel blood work so that we can see kind of like how our body is changing over time and like catch things earlier if necessary, but also just like help regulate our hormones, our like blood level, all of the things. And so for 2 years in a row, I was vitamin D deficient, like extremely deficient in vitamin D. And I mean, I felt normal. Nothing felt wrong. I just was like, okay, like maybe I should take vitamin D pills. I don't know. Well, my naturopath was like, you are not leaving here without a vitamin D shot because that's how like deficient you are. And she's like, you're going to feel really great after this. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, no, trust me, like people like it's like clockwork for them to come in every 3 months to get their vitamin D shot because they feel so great. And I was like, yeah, okay. Vitamin D is like crack in a good way. I felt so good. I was like, hold on, what? Like, this is what the sun does to you. And so I'm just telling that story to you guys to underscore how getting out in the sun can really help change your mood. Sometimes when I'm in the house and I'm just like feeling down or low or like not trying to work, I will literally just walk quickly around the block and my energy changes. Like literally my mood is just feels different. So try that one. Also, you might need to get blood work to see how low you are in vitamin D, especially if you live in Arizona like I do. Even though it is very hot, we're not outside because it's so hot. And so therefore you're not getting your vitamin D. Anyways, the other one is, this is kind of a no-brainer, but exercise. Like during and after exercise, your body releases endorphins, which are like I said, those natural chemicals that are like the feel-good hormones. And so that is one way to detoxify your energy through exercise. I have love going to hot yoga because I really feel like that's a big energy detox for me. Like on the scale of 1 to 10, hot yoga is a 10 out of 10 energy detox for me. I might go in there not feeling great and I leave feeling like, oh my gosh, like on a high, no joke. So figure out which type of exercise activity gives you that feel good and rank it, like explore different ones. I've been going to Pilates and I enjoy it. It's really hard. I enjoy it, but I don't feel nearly as good after Pilates as I do with hot yoga. So for me, hot yoga is on a 10 in terms of like the best. And so if I'm ever feeling like lower on the high vibes only energy spectrum, hot yoga would be my energy detox. Another one is acts of kindness. Now, doing that also invokes feelings of happiness, which triggers those like endorphins releasing and getting you that like feel good hormone. So think about how you can do something kind for someone. Maybe you can compliment someone. Maybe you can pay something forward. Maybe you can anything that you can do. It can be free. It could be paid. It could be anything, but acts of kindness really go a long way. I want you guys to listen to Sydney Webb's episode on my podcast and how she healed herself with cancer. And one of the things that she did was acts of kindness. There's so much scientific research on it, even just by smiling, you guys. It's crazy. It releases those feel-good hormones and kind of changes your mood without you even maybe realizing it as it's happening. Another one is, this might be a no-brainer too, but we can be more intentional about it, is like social time with people that you love. And so friends, families, loved ones, like people that just like really give you those like, you know, they just feel so good because you have meaningful conversations with them. You feel a sense of connection. That also stimulates endorphin production. On Fridays, I'll go on a walk with my friend Janae or my friend Lizzie, and I always leave those walks like, oh, I just felt so great. One, we're getting out in sun, so boom, endorphin release. Two, we're walking, exercise, boom, endorphin release. And then three, time with people I love with meaningful conversations. I'm like triple detoxing that day. And when I'm done walking, we walk at 6 a.m. By 8 in the morning, I'm feeling good. Nobody can tell me my Friday is like perfect because I detox at the beginning of the day. I set the intention for the day. So try that one also. The last one, which is fun, is creative expression, whatever that means to you, but pursuing any sort of creative activity, painting, writing, playing like a musical instrument, like drawing, whatever it is. For me, I feel like even though dancing is exercise, it very much is a creative expression for me. And I've been dancing every Monday since December. And it is like the highlight of my week. I go in there. Sometimes I'm not feeling great, but I leave feeling so good. Like, and it also helps that my instructor, Rick, is like amazing and also like low-key a motivational speaker. But there have been a handful of times that I felt like I wanted to cry after class. And like at this point, I mean, I'm also a Pisces, Cancer rising. And so like, I'm just very emotional and like cry for almost anything. But I know for me, that's also an energy detox, like releasing that emotion out. It might not necessarily be producing endorphins by crying, but I'm getting it out of me. I cry a ton in hot yoga. I've cried sometimes after dance class, just like of just being so grateful and happy and just feeling great because I was able to like move my body, which I'm probably also like, you know, just releasing some traumas and stuff. So, or energy in my body. Anyway, creative expression is another one. And what I just love about the idea of classifying these things as emotional detox is because this continued detoxing over time starts to build emotional resilience. And when you have emotional resilience, you're better equipped to handle difficult situations and reduce those difficult situations. Their impact is reduced over time. It's like you're experiencing it not as painfully as you might have been before because you've built up that emotional resilience. And also like you just have more awareness. And also you're like, hey, if somebody's making me feel shitty, I'm about to go detox right now. And people are going to be like, oh, what are you detoxing? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm going to go for a walk. Like I'm just detoxing my energy. And so this is a common theme, but like when you shift your energy, then your perspective shifts from negative to positive, and then you begin to attract things and like good things just start happening and working out for you. And I would hear people say that all the time. And I'm like, what? This just like doesn't make sense. But like scientifically, it all makes sense. Like you are a magnet. What you put out, you literally call in, and you start to realize like, oh, I thought this, I did this, I said this, I acted this way. That's why that equal and opposite is coming back to me. Maybe not opposite, but you get what I'm saying. Anyways, so high vibes only, detox your energy, tell me in the comments if you're watching on YouTube or on Instagram stories or on Instagram comments, like, what are your energy detoxes? Because I'm curious if anyone has anything else that I did not talk about on this list, but these are my energy detoxes. So let me know, and I will see you guys next time.